No way, man. That is an insane guess. That has to be one of the best guesses on the channel, full stop. Just like a... What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Good to have you along on the channel today. And we have a brand new map that's come out recently by OXGG. It's called Pain and Suffering. It's meant to be one of the hardest maps around at the moment. Someone suggested that I play it, and I think it's going to be a good lot of fun. So it's got over 1,000 locations. There are no boats or indoor trekkers, but pretty much everything else that's official coverage is going to be on the table. And I'm noticing that Jake Lyons actually has the top score at the moment of 17.9k, compared to most people who had scored actually 2 points is on the leaderboards here. This is crazy. But compared to everyone else, that's a really good score. And OXGG himself is second place. So let's see if we can get into the top 10 here. I think we should be able to with my skill, I hope. Yeah, we'll find out. Maybe I won't be able to. Maybe this will actually just be the craziest map ever. But Pain and Suffering, let's see what round number 1 brings us. Okay, so skewed here. That's rather interesting. So the trees, I'm trying to work out if they look cold climate or warm climate, and I'm not really sure I get much of a vibe. I actually think this might just be the US somewhere. I'm looking at the brambles here. They kind of remind me of like a interior Appalachians here or something. So I think I'm just going to go for it because, yeah, it's Pain and Suffering. We're looking at a forest here. It's not exactly a surprise that this is how it's going to be, but let's find out. And okay, not too bad. It was in Campeche, Mexico. We get 200 points. I guess that's a decent outcome. I'm not really sure, but yeah, definitely living up to its name on that first location. Looks like some of them are going to be skewed away from the road. Okay, next round here. Also skewed away from the road. Lots of bamboo. I have a feeling this won't be Asia. If we have so much bamboo and that's all we see. I'm thinking of like a southern Brazil. You see that quite a lot of there. Where else do you see it outside of Asia? Like obviously like Colombia has a lot as well. So I've been between those two countries. Mexico quite often has some as well. What does the rest of the vibe of the round give us? Not too much, all in all, I think it's fair to say. But maybe the moss on the ground feels a little bit more Colombian. I think I might try Colombia instead, actually. And okay, it was actually in Réunion there. Definitely an impossible round without having seen it, so I'm wondering how Jake actually managed 17k. Did he actually just grind for a bunch of repeats? Or maybe some of the rounds are more forgiving. Well, this one's certainly more forgiving, but I'm still not sure I'm going to be able to get it. First thought was like northern Peru, just with the dryness contrasted with the greenness. So maybe it would be like maybe Chimbote, Trujillo, or something like that. The mountains are east, which does fit, technically. But this could also just as well be like, It's quite difficult, because they are really quite green plants here. Like, it does feel, to me at least, like it's somewhat tropical. So, it doesn't leave too many options. I could see Chile. I could see a Chile that's actually not too tropical, and I'm just kind of misreading the vegetation here. But I like the dirt for Peru. I think the Peruvian dirt actually does make some sense here. The mountains in the distance are not too tall. So yeah, maybe Trujillo could work here. Chiclayo. Maybe that actually works quite nicely. I wonder if there are any small hills. Because we're on the beach here, and we do see some hills, but they're quite distant, and they are quite easterly. So that can still work. We just probably have to be maybe like on this beach here, maybe. I mean, okay, and the angle is northeasterly rather than northwesterly, but we're on some side road. So I don't think we're exactly 5K'ing here, but hopefully maybe it's like a trail like this and we're not too far away. Let's find out. Okay, not too bad there. Right continent was actually the northern hills of Colombia there. That explains the dryness contrasted with the tropicalness, because obviously this is a tropical latitude, but it's a very interesting little desert. One of the only deserts that occurs at that latitude in the whole world. So, yeah, kind of interesting. Okay, never mind that one. Okay, this one feels more gettable, though. Maybe like a Thai island. The boats definitely feel Asian, so I think I like that. The trees feel like coastal Thailand, coastal Indonesia, coastal Malaysia. These kinds of pines, you see those there very often. And I see more islands in the distance, so I'm tempted for just like a coastal Thailand here. One of these islands out here. I think this one has coverage. Oh no, that's actually Malaysia. Never mind. I'm thinking of these ones out near Phuket. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Mython Island here. Let's find out. And okay, it was. Oh, that's a really good guess, huh? There we go. Okay, so there we go. We actually have another round to spare. We've got 4.6k, so that's gonna put us, near the top 10 for this map so far. Happy with that guess, man. Very good. Okay, next one here. So the soil's a bit reddish this time. I wondered about the United Arab Emirates off the bat. But the outer line is white, so probably not. Probably just a northern Chile, actually, with this soil color plus this road line. I think the road quality works as well. And I think if it is Chile, it's probably around where it says Chile on the map. Because this kind of reddish soil really only goes up to Antofagasta. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this guess. Maybe a little bit further north here. We're kind of going north-northwest, so like this angle actually fits. Holy crap. If we got this correct, that would actually be so cracked. But I think, I mean, okay, we're seeing these kind of hills west, and I don't really think, we do see some hills, so it's not out of the question here, but I mean, the angle's right. That's the thing that makes this kind of interesting. But I'm just going to go for the guess here. Let's find out. And okay, it was Chile, and it was a decent region guess. Oh, okay, wow, that was actually Argentina. Never would go Argentina on that round, but to be fair, it is literally on the border, so probably Chilean coverage that spilled over into Arge, but we get a respectable 8,000. I think that's actually pretty decent, so that puts us on the leaderboards in 6th. Not bad for a first try, but let's head back into here. I'm thinking that the first 2 rounds we got were disproportionately difficult, and that we can actually cook up some better scores here. For example, this one should just be in Bhutan based on the buildings. So that should be a guaranteed 3,000, 4,000 points here. And could it ever be Nepal? I'm just noticing that we are in Trekka, and we do have like some kind of a walkway here. I would still say that this is Bhutan, but I might go on the Nepalese side of Bhutan here, even though it kind of looks more western, I mean eastern. Could this be actually Nepal? You know, I don't really recognize it for Bhutan, but to be fair, it is a Trekka, so yeah. I think I have to stick with Bhutan here, but let's find out what it actually is. And it was Nepal. Makes sense. It did kind of feel, I mean, it's still 3,000 points. It's still a good score, but yeah, did feel kind of like Nepal as well. Fair enough. Next one here. I have no idea where this is. First thought was like Malaysia, just based on the trees. I have seen similar trees in Malaysia, but there's still like 100 countries this could be. This could be Australia, actually. Just something about the roots of this tree is familiar. But, oh man, I mean, that would be a wild call out because I don't really see any, like, I don't actually see any good evidence. It's just a complete subtle vibe thing I'm getting. No, I still think I should go for Malay. Oh, but the guy's white, actually. Well, he certainly could still be Malaysian, but he kind of has like an Aussie fashion sense as well. I'm gonna try it, guys. Why not? Let's go in Tully Gorge National Park here. Could actually be the case. We'll find out. Inside this trail here. Going southeasterly. Let's find out. Oh no, it was just the same kind of area here on one of these Thai islands. Actually, I was considering Langkawi, so that one actually would have been a terrific region guess. Otherwise, I was also considering just some of these national parks in the center of Malaysia. At one point instead, though, unfortunately, it was just a Western tourist there. Ooh, this is gettable. So what about these? Okay, we have Midway Atoll birds here, I think. But it is Generation 3 Trekka, which I'm not really sure how common that is. So Midway Atoll's out here. And then there's the main islands, but there are more islands out this way. I'm thinking it might be one of these ones, Southeast Island or Bird Island or something like that. So the ocean here is kind of to our southwest. So I would maybe go like southwest, right? So let's go on Bird Island then. And, okay, not too bad. It was one of the next ones over. That's Lisiansky Island. Not too bad at all, honestly. Forgot, I wouldn't have been able to find that anyway, probably, but yeah, that's a good outcome. Let's find out what we get next. Okay, cookable. I wonder if this is just Chile border again. 2014 coverage, that's interesting. I think that would make sense for Chile. I think a lot of Chile happened in 2015 from what I was checking today. So, not really sure if I love that anymore. This could just be southern Israel as well, you know. I could definitely see southern Israel working here. Yeah, not too sure. Not too sure what I actually think this is. I still think Chile's a good shout, but I just don't really know if the coverage makes a lot of sense. No, I do think they actually did 2014 in Chile as well. So, okay. I think that makes the most sense to me. Israel, UAE, both still possible. I think I would recognize if it was the UAE, but Israel definitely. 2014 would make sense for Israel as well, I think. I will go for Chile, though. I will go pretty far north this time as well. And, okay, not too bad. It was Chile, just the same kind of area. Maybe would have been better to go for that. But, have you noticed, we're on a 2-country streak and we're on a good score. Man, if I just went for the Malaysia, if I went Langkawi, that would have been so cracked. But, we are on 8K. We're on 8K, so we've beaten our score. And this one, I think, is the UAE, perhaps. 2022 coverage. It's not actually from 2022, but the way copyrights works, it means that something was published in this country in 2022. We can at least guarantee that. So, I would say that I kind of like UAE based on these hills, and 2022 does fit for the UAE. They did publish stuff then there, so I will go for it. Let's find out if I'm right or not. Oh no, it was just another, Andes round. That's southern Peru. In hindsight, I still don't hate this guess. I still don't hate it. It's hard to tell when you're skewed, but yeah, it definitely also looked like southern Peru for sure. So there we go, 8.8k. Let's see where that puts us now. That's still 6th. We need to push up above 10k to jump up to 4th position. But as we saw that round, it's definitely possible. Okay, this is Australia. Very frustrating indeed. This to me almost felt like it might be on the York Peninsula. I mean the Cape York. What is it called? I forget what this peninsula is called. The, nah, forgot it. It's okay. We're going, kind of, what is that, northish? Yeah. So, I would say then, let's go on this road here, and, find out if we're right about that hunch. No way, man. That is an insane guess. Bear in mind, there's no reason to look at Gen 1, so I just had the vibe. That's actually crazy. That is crazy, man. That has to be one of the, like, I wasn't prepared for it to be right, but that has to be one of the best guesses on the channel, full stop. Just like a pure vibe guess on a place I didn't even know, bro. This is actually crazy. Wow. And I could have actually probably picked that angle instead of this one, but whatever. Hey, I'm not going to complain about 2.8 kilometers away. Holy crap. Okay. Next one here is India. Yeah, 2023, and looking at the vegetation, everything fits. Now, pain and suffering. Where would you put us? Would you put us in Rajasthan, which would be the standard guess, or would we be on this peninsula here in Gujarat, where you get similar coverage, which would be more baity? I would say that this should just be Rajasthan, but man, it is tempting to go here for the wow factor and see if we can pull another crazy guess. If it is pain and suffering map, I'm a ball, guys. There's like an 80% chance that it's Rajasthan, but I'm gonna go here instead. Let's see it. Oh my gosh. Yes, it works out. Oh my gosh, we're on a crazy score right now. I could have gone even further west, I guess, but I'm still happy with 4.4k on this map, obviously. Ooh. Now, is this familiar? I think this might... Does it kind of look like the Uganda-Kenya border, like Mount Elgon coverage in Uganda? Maybe? Maybe. Okay, other options here. We have very long grass. It could be like another Réunion Island, maybe? I could see that. I don't know if I'm going to get away from going Mount Elgon here, though. Just kind of feels similar. We're up in the clouds. I've seen that kind of coverage in Uganda. It's quite famous. I'm not sure if the ground vegetation actually fits, but I don't think I'm going to get a better idea here. So let's just send it in and see if we're right. Ah, yeah. I did actually think of Japan, but I would not have guessed there regardless. So we take our 0-pointer there. Yeah, if I knew this coverage better, maybe I could have gone Asia instead, because then I could have, like, ruled it out, but, it's fine. 0 points is still good, considering we had the start of 9.4k. Now, this is interesting. I immediately had a vibe here that maybe we'd be on Christmas Island, because there is quite a few similar patches of coverage there. But this is definitely a pain and suffering round, like... Yeah, okay, can we get copyright? Because we've seen that copyright has actually been fairly useful today, and I think there's no copyright at all here. That doesn't seem right. Like, normally on Generation 3, when you'd have a dark part of the screen here, it would be really easy to see the copyright. But it seems like it's just missing, which makes me think it is somewhere weird and obscure that hasn't been published in a long time. But that's just a hunch. I actually have no idea how that stuff really works. But yeah, it seems like we don't have a copyright. I will send Christmas Island here. I think it's at least like a 10% chance of working. Maybe that's a bit high, but let's find out. Let's find out, actually. And it was actually just the Amazon there. And yeah, this is pretty obscure coverage. I don't think anyone's going to be able to get that. It's not even marked as a trail. They literally just, swam the boat here and then got out of the boat, walked into the forest and took some random trek. Pretty crazy stuff. Not a favorable seed. But this one is, because this one just looks like northern India to me. Now, do we see any, like, what's it called? I forget what the name of a temple is in what's the religion called? In Punjab, in Sikh religion. But it does look like Punjab to me, so I'm trying to see if I can rule that out anyway. But, I mean, maybe the red brick buildings would make you go more Uttar Pradesh, but I think This might just be another border location, knowing the map now. East to west grid of some kind here. Let's go in these fields here. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all there, guys. 14k with 2 really nice Indian region guesses and a crazy Australia mixed with, yeah, 2... I mean, this one was possible at least, but this one was, yeah, not going to get that. Okay, we'll go for one more try here. I think 14k should put us 2nd place. I mean, if you don't include OXGG. Actually, 3rd. Okay, so really 3rd place, not including the map's creator. So let's see if we can push up a little further here. I mean, obviously, that was a pretty crazy game to go 2 0-pointers. But hey, that's how it works. Okay, we should be back Midway Atoll area, I think, here. I'm just going to go quickly. I think it even might be the same ones. Wouldn't it be sad if I picked the ones we picked last time, and it was actually them? You know what I mean? Yeah, if we switched over and it was the actual other way around. How far out was it? That looks... yeah, I mean, that looks about right to me. So what about these ones? Yeah, it was Liansky. But Liansky Island did have quite a bit of vegetation. So I'm wondering if it could be this one. I don't know if this one even has coverage, but I might try it here. Let's go for this one. And, oh, I thought we were very right. We were very wrong instead. This was this. Yeah, guys, you know, sometimes you get some interesting ones. We're going to reset here. We got the country streak, I guess, which is nice, but, you know, it's just like random Samoan extra islands. Crazy if you got that right. You'd have to know it, really. Okay, this one I think I know. I think this is Lodwar, which is northern Kenya. I think I just recognize the coverage here. This would be this road, or would it be this road? I think it might be this road. Okay, let's try and work out. So if we're looking northwest, I'm still learning compass stuff. If we're looking northwest, then I think we go northeast, which would make sense for this road. I think that's the way it works, and kind of more. If we're looking, actually, it really does. But like, okay, so we're looking north. We're looking out to like a northwest direction, and the road's kind of the opposite to us, or like kind of perpendicular to us. So it's more like this. Let's try that. I mean, it should be something similar. Oh, it was the Lodwar Road. Whoops. Anyway, knew the vibe. 4.5k is good. Okay, next one here. Problems. This kind of looks like the last one. I'm gonna slam it in on the last one, man. This was the random thing next to Samoa, which was this. Let's go for it. Let's see if we're right. Nah, it was Pitcairn Islands. What can you do, man? It's a good region guess, all in all, but 9 points. Yeah, what can you really do there? We still have a good start. Let's see. Okay, this... Wait, I had a goofy thought that this might be Vanuatu, because I was just checking that coverage today. That would be on this island here, going out to the town of Endu Pahakol. Now, it might be a bit manicured here. Like, this road might be a bit too neat, but it looks similar enough to me that I'm going to try it. Because the trees are kind of unfamiliar looking. If I had to say, they look most like, again, like Malaysian or something trees, but then the soil color doesn't really work, so I'm gonna try it here. And well, normally you're near the town if you see some roads, so I'm gonna try there. And of course it was Costa Rica instead. Okay, yeah, just random trekkers. 0 points again. Maybe we can race through this one and do one more. Let's see. Well, this kind of looks like Australia almost. These big ferns. Maybe for that reason it's like a New Zealand trekker, or ferns would make sense for Colombia, and this kind of looks like Colombia. I'm just going to slam it into Colombia here, see if we're right. And it was actually Réunion. That's why it kind of looked like Australia, similar latitude. And the last one here kind of feels like the same island we had on Midway Atoll, but the one that was east. Not that one, but this one. Well, let's see if it's Liansky Island again. And wow, it's this one again. Okay. So, I mean, clearly that one is a bit diverse, because we had one that looked completely grey and one that didn't. This one would almost be a reset, but we'll try. Vanuatu, I mean, Réunion had some interesting similar looking rounds. Let's slam it in, because he loves Réunion on this map. And, okay, it was Christmas Island that time. Makes sense. But, yeah, it's a matter of picking these islands. It's not easy. Okay, I have an island guess this time. I think it might be the, British Indian Ocean territories, just because of how many palm trees we have here. But, oh, wow, there are actually roads here. There are actually roads. That's interesting. But the actual, I guess the actual, islands were north here? Yeah, in the archipelago here. Yeah. This is where the actual coverage is. So, I think I'll go there. I think also, like, maybe one of the Australian overseas territories is possible here, but I'm gonna send it here. Not bad. It was those ones. 39 kilometers away. Really good guess. Okay, next one here. Ooh, very red soil in this tracker, I'm noticing. This kind of looks like the Thai island we had before. I might try that again. But man, this is not too much info for sure. I'm just gonna, yeah, like sometimes on this map, I think I'm getting the feeling it's good to trust what you've seen a little bit. And this kind of, again, looks like Langkawi. And the island that we had before was like this one, or I think it might have been even closer to Malaysia. I remember it kind of being, yeah, no, I think I remember it maybe being around here instead. I'm just guessing here, and we'll find out. Yeah, good latitude guess. It was on the Cocos Island National Park, Costa Rica. Well, you know, the latitude is basically, well, it's not too far off being correct there, so it's something, I guess. Okay, next one here is looking like a repeat, but it's not. It just looks really similar to the last Christmas Island one we had. Yeah, I'm gonna go Christmas Island here. I don't necessarily think it looks all the way like that. Maybe it's Costa Rica again, I don't know, but okay, was nice. Good score, good score. Okay, so with those guesses, we actually could be on for a comeback here. This is interesting. So the palms and everything, I wondered maybe about like the national park out here, you know, with the fortress on it in like Key West. It kind of looks like that. It's a lot of rubbish though for yeah, maybe it's a bit too much rubbish for there. I could also think of like maybe American Samoa here, maybe on the eastern islands of American Samoa. So Samoa's there, American Samoa. Yeah, so maybe like this islands here, maybe. I'm not too sure. I do think it kind of looks a little Floridian. I'm gonna go for that guess. We'll find out here. Oh, not bad. It was actually Yucatan there. Yeah, I did think of it. Obviously, it kind of looked like this area. But, I mean, that's kind of a good guess. We'll take it. And the last one here. Can we pull through with it's a 16K. Like, any good score here will do us. But this is definitely difficult. It looks like it might be Tracker. Okay, where do we have a similar round to this? We had the similar round to this on the Costa Rica. Similar kind of vegetation and soil color. This one, though, I wonder if it's like Africa or... I don't really know what I think's going on here, to be honest with you. It could be like a Far Eastern, like Cambodia or something, but the card, like, it feels like a tracker, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like, Cambodia doesn't have too much tracker, so I don't know exactly what way I'm going to go with this, to be honest with you guys. I just don't really have a good idea. I still think it could be Africa, but I don't really place it. So, yeah, I don't know where this is at all, to be honest with you. I'm going to go for Cambodia. It just kind of looks like Cambodia to me. I'm going to go Eastern Cambodia here. I don't even think there's Tracker. I think this is a wasted guess, but we'll find out if it is or not. And it was in Roraima, which makes sense because there you go. Like Cambodia and Roraima look very similar a lot of the time. So, and very similar soil color. And it actually was a car here, but just really cheekily placed to look like a tracker. So there you go. That is the map. We end up with a 11,000 on that one. Honestly, like, we're cooking on half of the rounds and the other half, life is very difficult. But I do like the map. If you guys actually do like this, then you can let me know. But yeah, I'd be happy to film it again. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shouts to OXGG for the map. It's definitely pain and suffering. I can say that. It's not necessarily fun, but I'm sure it makes for interesting viewing. And we have bumped up the average score a little bit here, which is nice. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.